Yesterday we made the best lentil soup ever. It takes an hour, it takes some preparation, but it's so worth it and it's so healthy.
It's easier if you get the pre-chopped vegetables. That makes it easier.
Yeah, it makes it easier. And I am not a big soup fan. I don't usually like soups. I really enjoyed the soup and I want to share it with you. So what are you making today, Ray?
You know, it's kind of chilly today, so I was thinking we can actually eat something healthy and that's soothing and comforting and satisfying. So one of the things was, remember a while back we went to Zaytun Cafe and we had that amazing, like, I believe it's Persian lentil soup.
Right.
So I don't know if what we're gonna make is gonna be exactly that, but it should be close, hopefully. But we're gonna make Persian lentil soup. So I believe they call it adasi, but it's really hearty. It's got, you know, celery, onions, carrots, right? And of course I got the pre-chop to make it easy. I also got some more shredded because I want to make a double serving. But celery I think we have enough of. And then here's red lentils, and then of course the onions, and then of course the key ingredients are turmeric, and then salt and pepper, and then also there's another piece, coriander, but we don't have that right now, so I'll have to pick some up when the vegetables are stewing. So, and
looks good.
Yeah, so it's pretty simple. You know, just throw in the pot, let it cook for a while. I do have to saute the vegetables first, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Celery, carrot. So it's 14.5 ounces of celery, carrots, and onions. But celery we have enough of. But I'm going to make a double, basically enough to serve about 10, maybe 12 people. And I'm going to put 2 onions total. Okay. So I'm approximating here, so it's not exact recipe. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm going to also throw in additional carrots. So a little bit more carrots. So mostly onions and carrots with some celery. So the main ingredient is of course the lentils and the onions. When it comes to the bulk as well as vegetable broth. Right?
So are you adding any oils?
So right now we're not. You're supposed to use some oil because it helps with the sautéing, right? When it comes to vegetables. But you know, we always don't use oil, so don't need it. Now we do know that we do have to consume a little bit of fat, right, to go with to allow the nutrients to be absorbed into our gut better, right? So, but we could do that with like added healthy fats later. I don't like really cooking with fat or cooking with oils because, you know, it gets hot, and you know, it's the heat that causes a lot of those potential carcinogens to form, right? I'm sautéing it until it gets translucent, the onion, and then after that I'll put in the broth and then the lentils, and then I'll let it simmer for about 45 minutes. But you know, when it comes to heating, right, with oil, and what I mentioned about earlier, carcinogens, I mean, you really can't avoid it. We're always consuming a certain amount. Our body does process it and protect us, right? But obviously minimizing it is always, you know, ideal, if you can. So that's what we're gonna do. So no oil. So we're gonna also put in about 4 cloves of garlic. Just for ease, right? I always like to use the minced garlic that's already jarred. It makes it very easy. You know, I like cooking easy, you know, so 4 cloves. It's going to be approximately like a heaping teaspoon, or a tablespoon I should say, and then I'll do 2 of these for 8 cloves total. Going to add turmeric, right? Which is also a main flavoring, right? Ingredient. So with this one, it's going to be 2 teaspoons, right, for the amount of soup we want to make. So roughly, so I'm just going to use a tablespoon, and like I said, it's not precise. I gotta say, it already smells very, very good, very hearty, very, how do you describe that? Like warm and comforting. It's got that kind of curry feeling because of the turmeric, and it smells very light, right? It's like light and hearty and sweet. So roughly we need about 4 cups of lentil. So it's about 2.5 bags of the Trader Joe's red lentil split. We're gonna add in the vegetable broth, right? So they were out of the low sodium, so we're just gonna go ahead and put the sodium version, regular sodium, because we'll just add less salt later. And how much we're gonna add is basically roughly 10 to 12 cups. And luckily each one of these containers are 4 cups. So we're just gonna put in roughly 3 of these. We've added all the main ingredients, and now it's just time for it to simmer for about 45 minutes. And then we will add the final seasoning, and then we'll let it simmer for about 15 more minutes. It takes about an hour. And then we're gonna enjoy this really lovely hearty soup with toasted bread. And I also added a tablespoon of olive oil, as well as about a little over a tablespoon of coriander.
So Ray is adding 1.5 tablespoon of salt, 1.5 tablespoon of pepper, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice.
I'm blending it with a hand blender, so I don't have to make an extra mess with the outside blender. Plus, I like it really smooth, so I'm gonna blend this for quite a while, maybe a few minutes, to make it nice and smooth and luxurious. So good. Look how smooth that is. So nice. And then you just add some croutons. We don't have croutons, so I just toasted some sourdough and pumpernickel bread. Add a little bit of lemon juice to give it a lemony citrus highlight.